Good morning, teachers. So I just wanted to share with you the lesson before I go in to actually do it this morning and let you know what the plan is, and then maybe afterwards talk to you about like what went right and what went wrong. So, because that's normal, right? That's how it goes in the teaching world. And you might be noticing I needed this hand to be able to work my phone, so I took my glove off. But I'm fixing to go into the center, and today, because of the weather and everything, I'm actually doing both 2-year-old classes, littles and bigs, and the threes, littles and bigs, and then the 4-year-olds class. And my thought process in the 30 minutes that I have them, which might completely be different when I get in there because the kids might still be combined, the ratios and this and that, because of all the weather and the changes that have been happening over the last few days. So I'll see how it actually goes down when I get in there. But my goal for today is I'm reading this book. I don't know if you've read it before, The Jacket I Wear in the Snow. And I love this book because it has these pictures that go along with the words so that the kids can actually, from the littlest, be able to read the book. You tell them they are reading because they are saying, they're reading the pictures, they're saying what they're seeing, and it's matching with the words. For our littlest ones, we're trying to grow that vocabulary, right? So pointing to the pictures, what is this? You say part of the sentence, and then they say the rest. Like this one, it starts with the same thing on each page. This is the, and then it has the picture of. So you're having the kids repeat those words out loud. I don't know how it will go with the 2-year-olds necessarily, but my goal for when I'm reading the book today, I'm not going to read all the way through because this is one of those books where it grows on top of each other. And as you add in another item, then you're repeating back the items that you just read. So it's very repetitive in that way. But because of time's sake, I'm not going to read everything. I want to compare and talk about things that are the same and things that are different when it comes to the clothing items in this book. So when we get to the page, like when it's talking about these are the mittens that hang from each arm. Sorry, I'm trying to read upside down, backwards, whatever. So when we get to this, I'm going to talk about mine. Okay, these are mittens. It only has the thumb. What is different? Mine has the fingers. These are gloves. These have shapes on them and different colors. Mine are black and have furry stuff on them. So each page, as I get to whatever the next item is, these are the jeans. Well, my pants are black and they have some rips in them. So we're going to talk about what makes them the same and what makes them different as we're reading through the book. I've done this book a couple years, and I've done different items with it, done different things. So today, really, it's focused on the vocabulary for one, getting them to recognize what the item is, and then beginning to see similarities and differences in that. And that will be, like, I'll grow on that as I go to each class and the kids are getting a little bit older and having them share a little bit more details there. And then my goal is for me and the teacher to split. And she has one group. I did this with them with a different activity last week. She has one group with them, and she is doing a lesson while I am doing the other activity with them. So one of the activities is going to be the kids. Hopefully I'll have like 5 kids. That's my idea in my head. Will each have an animal from in their classroom, from one of their centers. And I'm going to cut off yarn, and they're just going to practice tying up the animal, like making clothes basically for the animal. The animals are cold, it's freezing outside, let's make them some clothes. And so they're just going to take it, and it's just some fine motor stuff, a little bit of gross motor too, and wrap it around the animal to try to keep the animal warm. So that's one simple activity. And the next one, I'm grabbing it, hold on, is I have just taken some cardboard. The box happened to be brown on the other side, and I thought it was super cute, and taken a shoestring and attached it, because the shoestring much easier to go in and out than the yarn is because it has the little tip on it. And so the other activity, we're going to practice threading and pulling in and out, in and out. And this may look super crazy. They may skip around and do all kinds of stuff like this. Definitely with the 2-year-olds, we're just trying to get them to go in and out. I don't really care about doing it in order in the pattern. The older they get, we're talking about going in one side and out the other, back and forth, weaving it in and out, just like you would if you were sewing. So that is the before plan of what I'm doing, and I will let you know how it goes if it works out the way that I think it should work out.